Today, we're going to talk about curriculum because for most new homeschooling moms, this is where the stress begins. And it doesn't have to be that way, trust me. In my last video, I briefly touched on the different teaching and learning styles when it comes to curriculum, but today we're going to go a little bit deeper into explaining each of those. Okay, first we're going to start with the traditional homeschooling approach. This is the most structured approach, I'll say, and it closely mirrors the experience that a child would have in a public or private school. When you go the traditional route, you're doing school at home, everything will come in a box, planned out for you, workbooks, assignments, lesson plans, everything will be laid out for you. Clear instructions on how to move through the material, everything. This is for a mom who feels more confident with a structure and a schedule already mapped out for her. I would say sometimes a traditional school curriculum can feel a little stiff and a bit overwhelming because you have to keep up with every step that the curriculum lays out for you. There's no room for flexibility. So ultimately, this curriculum style is best fit for families who need that guided instruction from start to finish. Next, we have the Charlotte Mason method. The Charlotte Mason method is very literature based. You're focused on using books, reading real living books. You're focusing on all the things that go into raising a good person, not just raising someone who can spit out facts and have good grades. The Charlotte Mason method is very rich in story, I'll say. You're going to be doing a lot of reading, which is great. You're going to be spending time out in nature. There's a high regard for art and copy work and dictation. It's a very hands-on style of type of curriculum. Charlotte Mason has an emphasis on short but impactful lessons, no busy work. And now for some, it may feel a bit unstructured if you're comparing it to the traditional curriculum styles, but it gives so much freedom. And for me, it aligns more with the natural way of learning and living. I would say the Charlotte Mason method is best fits for moms who value reading a lot, who value time outside in nature and flexibility within your day and the way you'll be going about learning a subject, practicing a subject, applying a concept, any of those things. It's a high regard for, I would say, the natural rhythm of the way our children learn and live. Moving on to unit studies and project-based learning. This is a method that weaves in different subjects under one theme. So let's take example. Let's say I have a son who's very interested in gardening. Gardening would be the theme, and within that theme of gardening, we would have math, we would have science, we would have language arts. All of those subjects would encompass under that one theme. And I love that style, this style of curriculum, because it allows you to go deeper and spend more time on a theme, and you're working through multiple subjects at the same time. It encourages curiosity, it encourages critical thinking, and lots of hands-on learning. And for me, it really worked because I've been teaching multiple ages for years now. And when you are working through unit studies or project-based learning, you can teach multiple ages and you can structure different based on where they are within their development. They can be learning under one theme, but matching it up and aligning it up with their own level of learning. It does require a bit more planning. You have to get your resources in order and plan your unit out before you begin. I usually take about a week or so before we begin a new unit or project so that all of my resources are lined up based on which child is studying that unit. This is a good fit for creative families and moms who want to just customize a learning plan based on their child's interest and a theme or a subject that their child is really interested in. Now moving into unschooling, which is considered child-led learning. Unschooling focuses on trusting your child a lot. Trusting your child, trusting the process, and also trusting their interest. Unschooling requires no formal curriculum whatsoever. No textbooks, no lesson plans, no worksheets. Learning literally comes from real conversations, real life experiences. So while unschooling offers lots of flexibility, it requires a high level of trust. Trusting yourself, trusting your child, trusting in the process of still having a discipline within your learning, but there's lots of freedom to go with the flow. And unschooling looks very unique in every household. It's very personal and it's always evolving based on your family values. I would say that this curriculum method is best for families who are confident in their children, confident in themselves, and they just value that 100% freedom to learn as you live. And the last, I'm going to touch on the eclectic method. The eclectic method is basically a mix and match of all of the methods based on what you want to cherry pick and choose from. It combines different approaches depending on what your child needs and what you feel most comfortable teaching. It allows you to pull from multiple resources. So maybe you'll take the traditional route with math and use workbooks. Maybe you'll use real living books for history. And maybe you'll do child led learning when it comes to science. So you're pulling from different styles, but you're making it your own, basically. I think that this is probably one of the most common ways of educating and one of the most common curriculums that people use because you are basically customizing what you want the learning experience to look like for you and your family. That's what the eclectic method is all about, mixing and matching and making it work for you. One thing that's important to understand when choosing curriculum is there's no one size fits all. You're not going to find out about a curriculum that worked well for one family. That doesn't mean that it's going to work well for you. So you have to just really get clear on what your goals are, the abilities that you have, and the bandwidth that you have to teach and to show up. And then you want to choose a method and a curriculum that aligns with all of that. It's very important to always start with your family values, your child's learning style, and the vibe and energy of your home. And remember, you can always adjust. Homeschool is always evolving. It's literally just an extension of living. And you don't have to get it all right in the beginning. I would love to hear you check in with me in the comments and let me know which curriculum style or method are you choosing. Are you going to do a mix and match of a few of them? Are you confident in your choice? Talk to me in the comments. I would love to support you and hear from you. All right, that's it. Until next time, take care of yourself.